Good morning, Year 2, and welcome to Monday's maths lesson. Today, we're going to be looking at something that I know a lot of you have been practicing for a while, but I want to show you why it's so important that we do the steps first. We're going to be looking at some column addition. Now, we're going to be looking at column addition where we don't have tens that are ones numbers that add up to more than 10. So this is going to be easy column addition. And I'm going to talk you through each part, how what we're doing relates to the tens and ones as well, okay? So if I have this, if I have 23 add 32, and I want to find the answer to that. Now, we know we can do it with our tens and ones, don't we? So tens, ones. Now remember, when we add both parts, don't we? We do two parts, not just one part. Okay, and I'm going to make 23, 10, 20, because that's 23, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to add 32. So 3 tens, 2 ones. Now, we can do this in another way with column addition. Okay. Now, it's pretty much exactly the same. So we have a tens column. I'm just going to put a T for tens, and a ones column. I'm going to put an R for them. And we have, instead of drawing the tens and ones, we just draw the numbers. So here we've got 2 tens and 3 ones. So we're going to do 2 tens, 3 ones. And here we've got 3 tens, 2 ones. So we're going to do 3 tens and 2 ones. Now we need an extra bit at the bottom, which helps us to work it out. And it looks like this. Now I always think to myself, it reminds me of an equals sign. You can see the equals sign, can't you? Do you see what I mean? So everything in that box is the total. So if I was to do this with my tens and ones, I'm going to count how many I've got in total, first of all. So remember, I go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we've done there is we've added the 3 and the 2 to get 5. And we've added the 2 and the 3 to get 5. So 23 and 32 is 55. Now, it's a little bit different than when we do the tens and ones, because when we do the tens and ones, I tell you to start at your tens and then count on your ones afterwards. Now, when we do column addition, we start with the ones, add those together, then we add the tens together. I'm going to show you another few examples of this. So if I had a problem like this, 54 add 24. Okay. Now, if I did it with my tens and my ones, it would look like this, wouldn't it? 2 boxes because we're adding. 54 is my first number, so 5 tens. 4 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're adding 24, aren't we? So 2 tens and 4 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I've got everything I need there to solve that problem. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with column, because column, some people find a lot easier. So again, you'd have your tens and your ones. And basically what you have is you have the parts you're adding. So say these were the boxes on your sheet. And you have your total, which I'm going to do in yellow, just because I think that's how it is on the sheet. Okay, so what we need to do, transfer all this information in our tens and ones over here into our column. So the first one we've got is 54, which we know is 5 tens and 4 ones. And we know that we've also got 24, which is 2 tens and 4 ones. Now we've got everything we need to solve this problem. So what we're going to do, we start at the ones. Okay, start at the ones when you do column. That's the rule. So we're going to add the ones together first here. So what's 4 add 4? Well, 4 add 4 is 8, isn't it? Okay, so we've got 8 there. Then we add our 10s together. So we're going to do the tens column. We have to do them separately, don't we? So what's 5 tens add 2 tens? Well, that's 7 tens. What total does that give us? 78. So 54 add 24 is 78. Can you see how we've done that? Now, it's really important that you add your ones first, and we will understand a little bit more about why that's so important when we do the next bit tomorrow. Just to go through a few more with you. So if you want to, you can get a piece of paper, okay? Pause the video if you want to, and you can go through some of these with me, and we'll work on them together. So once you've got your piece of paper, I want you to write this quite small at the top of it. This is your number sentence. 61 add 25. So write that. Pause it if you need to. Then on this side, you're going to do your tens and ones column. I'm just going to put T and R because we know what they stand for. So draw that for me. Pause the video if you need to. Now we know we've got 61 and 25. So 61 we're going to put in the top one. So how many tens is that? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many ones have we got in 61? 1. So do that now. Pause the video if you need to. Then we've got 25. Now 25 is 2 tens and 5 ones. So 1, 2 and 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. So we've got both our numbers there, haven't we? We've got 61 and 25. Make sure you've drawn both of those numbers before you do the next part. So pause if you haven't. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw another kind of tens and ones column. Okay. So we do another T and R. Draw a line down the middle, line at the top if you want, just to round it off. And then you can either do them as the columns like last time, or you can do them as boxes. Now, the difference is you need to have a line there, and then we also need 2 lines across the bottom where our answer is going to go. Okay. So pause the video if you need to do that now. And you might also want to put a little add sign so you know what it is you're actually doing. Right. If you pause the video and you've done that, then I'm going to talk you through it. So we've got 61 and 25. Now, the most important thing we need to remember here is that the tens need to be in a vertical line going down. They need to be in the same place. If one tens here and one tens there, we're not going to get the right answer. And that's the same with the ones. So the tens need to go vertically down and the ones need to go vertically down. Okay? So what's our first number? Our first number is 61, which is 6 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 1. 1. You can see there, we've got the 6 in the tens column here, and we've got the 1 in the ones column. Okay. Now we've got to add our second number because when we are adding, we need to do both parts, don't we? So second part, we've got 10, 20. So 2 tens. We don't write 20 in there. We write 2 because we're making the number. Okay, so it's 2 tens. The T tells us it's in the tens column, doesn't it? So we know it's tens. Yeah, we know that they don't mean ones. Then we need our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, pause the video if you need to copy that down or you need to write that down. But what do we need to do next? We need to add the ones. Add the ones first, then add the tens. Okay, so let's add the ones total together. We've got 1, add 5. Well, put 5 in my head. I'm going to start with the biggest number and count on 1, 5, 6. So I've got 6 ones. Then I'm going to count my tens, add my tens together. So I've got 6 tens and 2 tens. So 6 add 2 is 8. So I've got 8 tens. Then all I need to do is put the number back together. So it's just a matter of reading the number, really, isn't it? Down here, 86. So 61 on 25 is 86. Okay. I'm going to give you a go on your own now. So I'm going to draw the things you'll need that you can copy, and then I want you to fill it in, see if you can do it. And we'll practice a couple of them. I'll show you how to do it. So the first one we're going to do is 47 add 31. So copy that number sentence down. Then I want you to copy the tens and ones that you're going to draw. Then I want you to copy down the other tens and ones. Okay, pause the video whilst you copy that down. And then I'm going to give you a go at trying to work it out. Try to work out what needs to go where. Remember, in the blue part, I want you to draw your tens and ones, just like you've been used to doing. And in the red part, I want you to write the numbers that those tens and ones represent. So each digit. So in the tens box, you wouldn't write 50 if it was 5 tens, would you? Just write the 5. It won't be in this one anyway, because I haven't got any of them. Don't forget those 2 lines at the bottom. What I've done in red, you could do them in yellow. So you can see that they are the answer part. That's the most important part. Okay, pause the video whilst you work it out. See if you get the right answer, and then we'll go through it together and check. Right. Okay. 47 add 31. So first number is 47. So how many tens? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many ones in 47? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did you get that part right? Then we need to add 31, don't we? So how many tens in 31? 3. 1, 2, 3. And then how many ones? 1 in 31. Okay, we've done all that part. Now we're going to put this information into the red one, aren't we? So here we've got 4 tens. So we're going to write number 4. Here we've got 7 ones. So we're going to write the number 7. Here we've got 3 tens. So we're going to write 3. Remember, look, the 4 tens and the 3 tens go underneath each other because they're both tens numbers, aren't they? Just like they are here. And then I've got 1, 1, which is going to go there. So I've got all the information I need to solve this now. So all I need to do is add my, what do I add together first? My ones. 7 add 1 is 8. Then I add my tens. 4 add 3 is 7. So 47 add 31 is 78. Give yourself a tick if you got that right. Okay, we'll go through one more together. So this one is 56 add 22. Okay. So what do you need to do first? Draw your tens and ones. Oh, sorry, that's not very good. And then draw your tens and ones. You can see I've switched the colours here. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that I've forgotten what colour I used. So sorry about that. So that's for your first number. That's for your second number. And that part at the bottom is for your answer. Okay, pause the video and see if you can work out what 56 add 22 is. Right, we're going to go through it. 56 add 22. So the first one was 56. So 5 tens. Put that one on its side because I can't fit it in. And 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 2 tens because it's 22. And 2 ones. Then we need to put that information into our blue table. So here we've got 5 tens and 6 ones. And then here we've got 2 tens and 2 ones. Now we can start to add them all together. So we start with what? Do we start with the ones or the tens? The ones when we do this method. 6 add 2 is 8. 5 tens add 2 tens is 7 tens. So 56 add 22 gives us 78. Give yourself a tick if you got that right. Okay, I'm going to go through one more for you, for those of you who get really confident and want a speedier method. So we don't need to draw both lots of tens and ones. Let me show you. So if we have 41 add 33, we can do it just by drawing the columns. Okay, the columns need to be in the right place. So if I do my T and my R, put the add sign so I know that I'm adding. So we've got 41, so that's 41 add 33, 33. Then we've got everything we need. We add the ones first. 1 add 3 is 4. Add the tens second. 4 tens add 3 tens is 7 tens. So the answer is 74. Okay. I'll do one more with you just so you can have a go at that shortened method if you want. Drawing the tens and ones helps you to see how it works, and it will definitely help tomorrow. But if you want to try the shortened method and you don't want to draw the tens and ones as well, that's fine. Let's do this one. 35 add 33. Okay, so copy these out. Okay, pause the video now if you want to try and solve that on your own. 35 add 33. Okay, let's go through it. So 35, 3 tens, 5 ones. Add 33, 3 tens, 3 ones. What do we need to do next? We need to add up all the ones. 5 add 3 is 8. Then all the tens. 3 tens add 3 tens is 6 tens. So 35 add 33 is 68. Now, if you are not very good at adding up those numbers in your head, you can either number 1 use number line, or number 2, which I'd recommend, draw the tens and ones, because that will mean you're not going to make mistakes. All you need to do is count carefully. Okay, so you're going to have a go at the worksheet today, year 2. And then when you've done the worksheet, you're going to have some missing number problems as a challenge. Now, remember, there's an extension after this, which you don't need to do, but it's more column addition to give you more practice. And the challenge is missing number column addition. So you might get something that looks like this. So you might get something 6, add some 30 something is 48. Now, the best way you can work that out is you need to know what goes with 6 to make 8. So put 6 in your head, count on 6, 7, 8, 2. And then the next one, we need to know what goes with 3 to make 4, because remember, this number is the total at the bottom, isn't it? So what goes with 3 to make 4? Put 3 in your head, count till you get to 4, 4, 1. So So you're missing numbers. It's 16 add 32. So that's all you need to do for those ones, okay? Have a go, see how you get on. And good luck, year 2. Well done for listening so well. See you soon.